a little bit more fun, man. I mean, we went from a good team losing their coordinators to a team that's just in disarray. I mean, I know the Netflix documentary is coming out, and Jerry said it. He said it best, man. It's a 24/7 soap opera here at the Dallas Cowboys, and it's been that, man. I mean, I'm gonna give y'all a little funny insight. If you use Instagram Threads, right? I recently started to go over there a little bit more, and I'm starting to see a division within fan bases. I go on Threads. I don't know how I ended up in Eagles land, but I got a lot of Eagles stuff that just pop up on Threads. Thanks a lot, kid. But if I go over to X, I'm in Cowboys land, so I see a lot of Cowboys stuff. Like Commander fans are starting to trickle in just a little bit, but it's funny. However, going to X is so depressing nowadays, man, because it's either something about politics or it's about the Cowboys coaching search. And it's one of the fans on there talking about, man, Shotty might be all right. I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, they like Kellen Moore can come back. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear none of this right now. But as we know, the Dallas Cowboys are still in search. So the South Carolina beat LSU. Okay. Nah, I was watching a little bit of that. Thanks, Carl. But as you all know, the Cowboys are still in search for their next head coach. As two division rivals are now facing each other in the NFC Championship. Two which have majority of, I would say, well, the Commanders got your defensive coordinator and your passing game coordinator who went over there, who's now the DC for the Commanders. You have your ex offensive coordinator now with the Eagles, ready to prepare to face off. And you would sit back and say, Jerry, you would think this would be a wake-up call. And then as a fan, you would also say, well, he's doing the right thing. They interviewing everybody. Outside of the Dion news that came out that swept the headlines for like 2 weeks. And Joe, what did I tell you all in the chat after the Lions game? I said the only way Jerry can take over the media right now is if he signs Dion. Because if you notice, they're talking more about y'all game, and they just like they get a Cowboys like a 30-minute segment. Who's the coach? Whatever. Let's get back to talking about Jaden Daniels. Robert Saleh was first. Kellen Moore came up. Leslie Frazier. Now it's been like 4 or 5 meetings between Brian Schottenheimer, who was the offensive coordinator here with the Cowboys, or we would say the signal caller, maybe, because we all know what Mike McCarthy was doing. Shotty comes from the Seahawks. He was with the Jets. He was with the Rams. If you really want to know who I think is going to be the Cowboys' next head coach, it's going to be Mike McCarthy. He coming back. He coming back, y'all.
I can see that happening.
He coming back. This is what the Giants GM wanted to do with Saquon. He wanted him to spin the block and see if somebody's gonna pick him up. Nobody picked him. I mean, the Eagles picked him up. Yo. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Coach might get him some dubs though, man. It's gonna be a lot of cursing.
He gonna let that here,
man.
Sure.
He gonna make sure whoever's in fantasy get their stats. That's what he gonna do.
But now that'd be great for the network too. We got Coach Coombs as the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and that'd be great. But no, I really sat back. I know they're doing a lot of talking with Brian Schottenheimer, and it might come out before the episode is done and they actually sign him. But that's my undercard. That's my baby joker. I think that Mike McCarthy will be back because he didn't get the Bears job he interviewed for. The Saints job is the only one that's still pending, and that's the second one that I think he had an interview with. Unless he retires, Mike McCarthy will be back with the Dallas Cowboys for another 2 to 3 years. Say, how long is that contract? Maybe 4. He might do a 4-year bid, and we'll be looking for a defensive coordinator.
Tomo, you know what's funny? On my paper, right? I wrote down who would be the Cowboys head coach. My number one option was Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore. I'm like, Kellen Moore don't work. He actually might go with this Brian dude. And I was like, I wouldn't throw it in the trash, but he might bring back Mike McCarthy.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because with Mike McCarthy, he's gonna be nobody picking that dude up. And I doubt if he's set up for a coordinator position. And if you're considering hiring your offensive coordinator, you might as well bring back Mike McCarthy for real.
I mean,
but that's just if that happens, Tomo, it just confirms. I mean, we already know, but it just confirms it more. First of all, did y'all even interview Deion Sanders?
No, not officially.
Jerry Jones Good job, man. I gotta give you a props, man. You know how to get to the media, bro. You know how to keep the Cowboys name relevant. He do, man. He's a salesman for real. Because if he hires Mike McCarthy, I can see him doing it too, like the week of the Super Bowl. So like instead of everybody talking about Commanders and Chiefs, they talk about that. Go Mike McCarthy.
You hear that, Dave?
It's crazy.
So what? That's it.
That's all I got. Yeah, I ain't got no feedback. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy didn't come up as a candidate for me. I think he's going to take. I think he's going to take the New Orleans Saints job.
You think so?
That's what I think.
That's an ugly job right there. I'm sorry, New Orleans, but y'all situation jacked up.
I ain't gonna lie, Mike would be good for that job though.
But they got no money.
They don't.
They got like they went all in with what? they every year they go all in, and they got nothing. They got no.
Too many memories, man. That saying.
Literally every year they literally go all in, like almost every year. Every year they spend all this bread, and then they deeper into cap hell, and next thing you know, they got Derek Carr as a quarterback.
No success. But I don't see Mark McCarthy coming back. I think it's between three people: Kellen Moore, Brian Schottenheimer, and Leslie Frazier. I think it's between those three.
Yeah, I better not hire Leslie Frazier. Leslie Frazier. Okay, okay. Never mind. I'm getting mixed up with
I think it's between
right now.
I think it's between those guys.
The other candidate, Dave. Come on, bro. He black.
Dion Black. What y'all saying?
We told you Dion was getting hired. I do that.
But still,
you know,
that's because of Jerry's son, though. Like if Jerry would have did it, if it's someone like holding back,
you know.
And
that's the case. It's only between those two then.
And Leslie Frazier, he a stronghold guy. Like he not going. He ain't no pushover.
That's true.
So Jerry wants him a pushover, bro.
Or he upgrades
that out, by the way.
Or he gives it to Mike Zimmer.
Jerry leaked that out. Mike Zimmer. That's
they didn't even interview Zimmer. And
okay,
I wish it was him though. I wish
the Bears
it was
didn't interview Ben Johnson. They just
gave him the job. Zimmer?
Yeah. If I had to, like, out of everybody, because Robert going to the 49ers.
You don't like Kellen Moore as your head coach?
No.
He said no.
And it's not even that. Like, Kellen may be. I just don't see Kellen Moore being a head coach of any NFL team. Like, I can see him doing it in NCAA. I just can't see Kellen Moore coaching an NFL team.
Give you Jason Garrett vibes.
At least Jason Garrett was kind of like a little bit militant. Kellen Moore I don't know. I just can't see it. Like
he's a play caller.
Yeah, I don't see him being like if he could. Nah, I just can't.
But remember, Jerry had basically told him he was going to be the head coach in waiting, even though he left. He still got that. He can still be the next guy. He might just go ahead and give him the opportunity.
He might be the next Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, because Kevin O'Connell was the OC for the Vikings for a while, wasn't he?
The Rams, I think.
Rams.
Well, he was under Sean McVay, I think. Yeah, he was under the Commanders. I mean, and then he went. I think he went with Sean McVay, or even Sean McVay, or he went with Shiloh, right, Dave? He went with y'all. I think he went with Sean McVay.
Honestly, man, if I'm Jerry,
Brian Schottenheimer, I mean, that's Marty Schottenheimer's son. So, I mean, he might go there. It's a name, so it's something.
And it's already in-house. I can see him doing that because it's already in-house. The offense can stay the same. But I just don't. I'm sorry. I mean, when it comes to Kellen, I just don't see it. Now, if they would have lost to the Rams, I think he would have hired Kellen the next day. But the fact that they still playing, it's prolonging things. So I don't see it.
But the only thing about Marty is that, like,
nope, don't bring him. Nope, I don't want him.
Y'all can have all the Smith.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know who y'all gonna hire. I don't. Whoever Stephen Jones says is gonna be is who's gonna be.
I think they set the bar too high with leaking that Dion stuff. If they would have never did that, then I think they would have been all right. You leak that, it's everybody else is just like, yeah.
And he said he'd be open to like being a coach. He didn't say that.
He didn't say it openly. That's just what reports said, but he never openly said it himself.
I was like, yeah, he was playing the game too. He was liking pictures and posts and stuff. I'm like,
you gotta do that. That would have been nice.
But I don't know, man. I don't know what the Cowboys gonna do, honestly. But I think if anything, I say just go ahead and give it to Kellen Moore, Brian Schottenheimer. At least you know those guys already.
Yeah, I mean that's one of those. Y'all want something here? Dang, just take it. Like,
Kellen Moore, dog. Give it to Kellen Moore.
If I'm you, I would say that too, Joe. If you was a fan of any other team, I'd be like, all right, maybe you want something, but no, you don't want to see no Kellen Moore. You don't want to see that.
I'm not gonna lie, but see, I don't know too much about Kellen Moore. I don't know what people say about him. I don't know. I just feel like that job is way for him. You know what I mean? Like Dave said, he the future. You know what Dave said? This job waiting for you.
That's because Jason Garrett was there. So think about it like this.
Was he a quarterback with y'all too?
Yeah. That's why he became the OC, because he was a bad quarterback.
Thank you.
That's the truth.
He was the quarterback coach, the offensive coordinator. So look, man, the Cowboys are ran like a mom and pop. Like
he was a backup when Tony Romo was there. Then he became the quarterback coach.
Then he was gonna be the starter over Dak Prescott, but he got hurt in practice, and then Dak started, and that's how Dak's career got here. Because other than that, it would have been Kellen Moore.
It's getting passed down. Mike McCarthy was an exception.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be, the plan was supposed to be, technically it should have been Sean Payton that was our head coach, but then he left because he paid Jason Garrett to come back from the Dolphins to be the offensive coordinator. We had Wade Phillips at the time. He overpaid Jason Garrett because he wanted him to be the head coach in training. Jason Garrett got the job. Then this whole Kellen Moore thing broke out. I'm telling you, bro, they just want to pass the job down. It's like, bro, these not your real kids. They work for you, bro. Like, they not your kids. You trying to pass things down.
Make Zeke the coach, bro.
He might make him the running back coach. He retire.
He might.
I heard D Wade went out wanted to be the head coach. They just calling anybody.
They still waiting too.
That's what they saying. Brian Schottenheimer is there for. They want Jason Witten to be the head coach and train. I'm like, bro, what are we doing here?
Jason Witten, bro. That's some daggone Jet Saturday stuff.
Jerry is running the Cowboys like we the Arkansas Razorbacks, bro. Like, this is not college. You can't just put people in training, bro. He is running the Cowboys like we're a college team. You don't go hire a coach, man, so you can win.
Doc Rivers.
He said the whole day the Arkansas Razorbacks.
For real.
Doc Rivers.
All right, man.
Oh man. Yo.
We'll be here all day until the Cowboys actually sign somebody. He might as well just be the coach at this point. He the GM and the president, the owner. You might as well.
Yes, man.
Call the plays.
When I bought this team, I bought me a job. Ain't nobody gonna take that from me. Magic Johnson. We hired a GM, we hired a coach, and we let them do their job. That was a shot.
He never says the wrong thing, bro. He never says the wrong thing.
Magic, my dog, but why he saying that? He talking to the press. He talking to the press. And then he kept talking. I'm like, man, just walk away, bro. Walk away.
Magic
like,
Johnson
drop the mic.
He quit live on air. And people didn't even kill him for that. He's like, they talking about something. I won't be there. And nobody ever killed him for that. Magic Johnson is never in the wrong, bro. Like, this is crazy.
No, for real. Ain't nobody killing for that. I won't be here.
A running joke.
Because he started crying. That's why. Jenny know I love her, but I can't do it, man.
That's how Jerry needs to talk in one of them press conferences, man. Like, man, you the GM? I won't be there. Let somebody else just run it at this point. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Oh,
that was a fun topic, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Spartans are never wrong till they play the Terps. All right. Western All-Star. The NBA All-Star weekend is upon us, fellas. It's coming up. Honestly, I have no idea what the NBA is going to do with the All-Star weekend to try to revive it. I've seen a few commercials here and there outside of Stephen A screaming about how he don't like the NBA All-Star weekend. That's the most I've really heard about it up until last night when they named the